welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. As the Nigerian fashion industry becomes more notable, fashion lovers are leaning now more than ever to Nigerian designed clothes. With that comes an increase in the prices of those clothes, so much that it has become difficult for the average person to purchase them. Our next guest decided to change that narrative and merged quality with affordability. Sophia Ika-Onu, the founder of e-commerce platform, the 5K Shop, and they stock high-quality Nigerian products for not more than 5,000 naira. Talk about balling on a budget. Welcome to the morning show, Sophia. So it's Sophia Ika-Onu. I keep saying Ika Tina. How are you doing? And it's great to have you on the show. You look absolutely amazing. I can't wait for us to get a shot of your outfit. Is it coming? Is it coming?
Beautiful.
Green and blue.
So is this from the
Can we have a shot of...
This is beautiful. Is this under 5K as well?
Actually, everything I'm wearing today
is
under 5,000 naira.
No, when you say everything, is it
okay, individually? So individually, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And is this a Nigerian designer?
Yeah, I mean, it's from our label.
Okay.
So a year ago, we started producing our own label, our own pieces in-house in Nigeria, in Lagos. So this is from our label called T5S.
Okay. So, but how are you able to do this? Because a lot of fashion designers complain about the overhead, the expenses, you know, obviously the electricity and the infrastructure. How are you able to actually create items under 5K? What is your... Could you tell us just a bit about your strategy? I know you don't want to tell everything to the competition.
Obviously, I can't really give out too much. But what we do is that we source from wholesalers.
Okay.
Right. So I've gone to Aba twice. Because I needed to source from people instead of the retailers in Nigeria.
You went to Aba?
Yeah, I've gotten my hands dirty. So I've gone to Aba twice, so I was able to be linked up with wholesalers of fabric, like really good fabric. So that's where most of the Lagos people get their fabrics from anyway. So what I do now is that I don't have to go there anymore because I've bought quite a number from them. So they just supply me directly. So I've cut off the whole logistics, traveling, being in a hotel in Abia State. So now I get them delivered to me in bulk.
Nice. But you started off selling things from ASOS and all these low-end retailers, and then you now started designing and creating your own pieces. How was that transition?
There's an interesting story there. So it wasn't... Initially, I've always wanted to produce here in Nigeria. My blueprint has always been start with retailing. The idea was to get like intelligence on the Nigerian shopper, sort of like what the sizes that they like, the kind of things that they would like to buy fast. Because it's fast fashion, to be honest. Right. But then again, the dollar hit, the dollar spiked. So that was really the push to start producing in Nigeria earlier. Initially, I actually planned to go to China to do the label. That was the plan, because that was what was raining in then, you know. But then I got to talk to a couple of Chinese manufacturers, and then the minimum order quantity was ridiculous. So, and I know the Nigerian market, fast fashion, people get tired easily. I can't produce 150 pieces of one design. You know, so that's even too much capital on me at the time. So I decided to just take the plunge, go and try to produce here. I thought that it was going to be ridiculously impossible because you know Nigerian designers and the horror stories you hear for fashion. But here we are 1 year down the line and it's been amazing. I wish I'd done that earlier, to be honest.
Amazing.
Yeah, and you've spoken about the... you said that there haven't been that many challenges, but what have been some of the challenges?
Oh, there has been challenges. Did I say that?
No, what you're saying is that it wasn't a complete nightmare compared to what other fashion designers have said. But what have been some of your issues?
So initially, it was sourcing for talent. So tailors, really good tailors that I could work with. Because the idea of the 5K shop was I wouldn't sell what I'm not comfortable wearing or putting my name on. So quality is really, really, really important to me. So I wasn't going to do things that the material would start shredding or things like that. And I needed to make sure that the stitches were perfect. The quality was good, you know. So getting tailors was hard. How I got my first tailor was a very interesting story. It was my housekeeper that recommended someone. And today, he's the head tailor. We have about 5 tailors working for us now, and he brought all of them. You know, so it's that beginning part, starting off, because it was very unknown territory for me. I've never sewn anything in my life. I just retail. I know much about fashion economics, but when it comes to operations and logistics, I was like a zitch. So that was really a learning curve for me, you know, getting to work with tailors, even getting more people on my team to handle operations, getting to work with ironers, pattern cutters. But I mean, I've really learned. I can't sew now. I don't really want to learn how to sew. But I mean, it's really been an amazing process for me.
Yeah, I want to know what you know that the other designers don't know,
right?
Because they all keep saying production cost is high, and that's why one singlet costs like 35,000. You know, so what is it that you? I mean, okay, maybe you're keeping your production cost low. I don't know, but what is it? How are you able to keep your prices so affordable compared to other designers?
So it's a number game, but honestly, I'm an Igbo girl. I love my numbers. I'm very particular about my margins. My margins have actually increased from when I was importing now. So I'm particular about like my P&L, profit and loss. I want to see money coming in. So for me, it was, I don't want to give, but the thing now, because my office and my factory is in Lekki Phase 1, so I do have the rent cost. I do have the power cost as well, because I have to run the generator plants all through. But the thing is, first of all, I know where to source, and then I know.
She doesn't want
I know. In a nutshell, I know the business, and I've sort of like learned the business. So initially, importing made me understand. And I've read a lot about ASOS. I'm a huge reader on Nasty Girl. Sophia's story, the H&M. And funny thing, most of the people that own fast fashion brands around the world, they're men. Very interesting. But I've really learned about, you know, what goes into styling. And it just helped me sort of like put my economics together. And then Nigerian market. So, and also, most people don't know that I'm going to say here,
exclusive.
We do not we actually produce on demand. So that has really helped us. But the thing is that we produce a lot on demand. So we don't really have things. It's an online store. So we just have samples and a couple of bestsellers always on ground. But once we do a piece, we take that into photography and then people just buy. So what happens is that, for example, if you have a store, you have to produce like 10 UK 6s, 10 UK. We produce like 1 UK 8 sample for the model that's going to model the outfit. And then when they order, we just have produced according to what they... And our turnover time is ridiculous. It's 2 days.
It must be really quick.
So our tailors are like, it's a madhouse. So we're always working, and you know, so it's because, and what the good thing about that, which I would say, because I'm going to share it because I'm happy to encourage other entrepreneurs to go into affordable fashion. What I would say is that the good thing is for you to always, if you do that model, what happens is that you wouldn't, like, if you want to buy UK 10, for example, and then you already produced like 15 UK 14s, and UK 10 is sold out, but you have UK 14s in store, and you're like, why can't I get? You would always, so you always produce for the customers. So once the fabric is available, you always have stock.
Okay.
So that's the thing. But then the other things that go into it in terms of how I source my fabric, the kind of, I can't give that. But that's really huge because that would affect your costing. So that's the main secret I'm not going to share. But I would say, if you're not there yet, try producing on demand. It really helps you to manage your inventory better.
Did you learn all of this from Richard Branson? I mean, he's not in fashion, but he was like your mentor at one point, right?
He is still my mentor, actually.
Amazing.
What are you going to say something to us?
No, I was just going to say we have to move to the next segment. But no, answer the question about Richard Branson. That's interesting.
I won a competition, British Council Enterprise Challenge, and the winning prize, part of the winning prize was to be mentored by him in his house in Oxford.
In his house?
Yeah, for like a whole day. I don't know if they're still doing it, but so, I got to meet him again. I was on a panel with him in South Africa last year in November, so he invited me again, and they made me the Virgin Atlantic brand ambassador.
Sophia,
so it's been an amazing relationship.
It's been an amazing journey for you. Well done.
Thank you.
We have to go on a break now, Steph.
Yeah, so we are going to head on a break because we have our take coming up, and we'll definitely be looking up everything that you said.
Exactly.
Yes, but we're going to go to our take and we'll be right back.